So welcome once more for this presentation. I'm Jean Pascal Dimbot, and a data analyst, and as usual with the R Club of the University of Chang. We often have Wednesdays hours. During the session, we have a presentation on a topic on R. And these topics are usually focused on statistics and data analysis, on how to use R programming for statistics and data analysis. So today I have a short tutorial to present to you, and we are going to look at how we can insert a picture in a Ggplot, and if possible, how we can even create a background of a picture, just like what you are seeing here now on your screen, and then we are able to add a graph on it, overlay a graph on it, and vice versa. So, so what we shall cover, there are three things. We need to generate first a Ggplot, and we are going to use the package, of course, Ggplot 2. I've chosen a plot, that's a box plot, which is quite common. And this type of plot is very good for a data in which you have a numeric variable and a factor, and you may likely compare that numeric variable among the various groups of that factor. So we have one categorical variable and one numeric variable. So then we are going to see how we can insert a photo in that box plot, and how we can even overlay the background of that photo and add our Ggplot on it as a new layer. So it's very, very important, because in presentations and in seminars, workshops, and so on, you may want to show at the same time the graph and probably results, the graph showing the results, and probably a species that you are storing, such that people are seeing the species at the same time, and then they are also seeing your graph. So we'll learn how to do it. It's very interesting. So we'll use the following library. We use Ggplot 2, then we use the JPEG library, the patchwork, and probably we shall also use dplyr. We're going to use dplyr. Yeah. And probably we are going to use also Ggplot. Yeah, we're going to use this also. So without much talk, let us go into the practical part of it. So I'm going to share the screen right away. I'm going to share my R Studio. So I think everybody can see my R Studio. So this, you have an instruction script here. We have an instruction script here at the top left. When you open your R Studio, you have 4 panels. You have 4 panels. So this is the editor panel, just a revision. This is the editor panel. You have what you call the workspace or the R environment. This is the brain of R, where R memorizes all objects that you will create. And here you have the console. And this is where your R interacts with you. You always see a prompt symbol here asking you what you have to do next. And here you have what you call the viewer window, where your plots will appear, and you can also see the packages there. You can see for help. You can even see your files in your hard drive here. That is the folder of your directory, what is found in the folder of your directory. So, so when you have a script, normally you should have, there should be a topic. As you can see, topic customizing photos in Ggplot. And the first thing is to load the packages that we are going to use. So we are going to use package. Please, can someone saying like there is a person? Yeah, Marshall. Please, can you mute your phone, your microphone? Okay, great. So we are going to use the ggplot package, and we'll also use the dplyr package, and we'll use the let us take the PNG. We'll take the picture as a PNG format. So you can also use the JPEG format. Yeah. So we'll take it in PNG for now. So that's the next package that we're going to use. Then we'll use the package patchwork. Use the package patchwork. I will give the role of each of the packages. Then going to use another package called ggplot. And each of the packages here will help us to do one or the other thing. So look here carefully. You can annotate it. The ggplot will help us to obtain our plot. That's our box plot. The dplyr will help. We will use a function in dplyr. That is the piping operator that will help us to execute or to get our code in one line, to chain the different functions so that we don't have many code lines. Then the PNG will help us to import our photo in the PNG format. The patchwork will help to insert the photo in our graphs. Then the Gper will also help us to overlay first the picture on which we are going to insert our graph. So the next thing is to have our data. I just thought of creating a data set here, an artificial data set. So let us call it data. Data, and we'll have it in the form of a data frame. So data frame, and let us assume a data in which you have a variable. Let us say width. That's a numeric variable. You know, for a box plot, you should have a numeric variable and a categorical variable, so that you have the different measure of central tendency for each of the classes, and we'll compare the medians. So we are going to take, let's say, width as our first variable, which is a quantitative variable. Let's say it's the weight of plants in the forest. And we'll generate the values. We generate a random selection of values from, let's say, from 0 to 100. Let's say 0 to 100. And let's select 50 random values between 0 and 100. And while we are selecting, let us say, as we select, we are replacing before selecting. So when each value is picked up from that set of value between 0 and 100, it is replaced and can still be picked up the second time or even more. So if you put replace false, then each time a value is selected, it cannot be selected again. Now, we'll add another variable. Let's just call it a species of plants. Species of plants, just assume. And since the species are categories, that's names of species, it means that we're having various classes of species. So we need to generate a vector, a categorical vector. We can use the function, let's say repeat. We can use the function repeat. and we want to repeat some species. We'll give them some names. Let us say species 1, species 2, species 3. And since these are strings, character string, we have to put it in quotes. We have to put them in quotes. As you see, you have to put them in quotes for R to accept it. I'm going to break the line codes here. I'll break it so it become easier because it was becoming very, very long. So I break it up. Then for each species, we're going to give the number of observation we'll have. Let's say species 1, say 30 observations. Species 2, 15 observations. That makes how many? 45. Let us reduce to 20 here, 20. And here we write 15. So the length of this variable is 50, and here it will also be 50. So for a data frame, normally the length of the variables must be the same. The length, that is the number of rows, should be the same. If not, you will not be able to generate a data frame. So let's execute the command. We have, let's check data created here. Okay, you can see here at the workspace here, the R environment, that the data has been created. The object data has been created with 50 observations, 2 variables, and we can even view the variable with the function view. And view with the function view, data, write data, and then we execute the command. And you can see the data frame here. There's a data frame that we just generated. That is species, weight by species. That's the various weights for the different species. So let's go back to our script. Now we already have our data. Let's obtain our box plot. And we are going to use the Ggplot to get our box plot. Let me check this. It's like somebody is coming in. Okay, nobody again. So it's easy with Ggplot, and it's quite nice, the graphs. So the first thing when you want to obtain a Ggplot is to first of all specify the data. So our data is called data. The name is data, and from that data we are going to pipe in the plot. That's Ggplot, and we need to define the coordinates. That is the axis, x and y axis, using the function aesthetics. So the function aesthetics, and within our function we specify what x is. So our x here will be what? Species on x-axis, species. Then y, our y here is the weight. So write the weight. So you can even run the function at this level. When you run, you only have one layer with nothing there. Let's execute and see what we have. Could not find the function piping operator. Probably we have not yet activated this package. It usually happens. So let us go and activate all the packages. We did not do it earlier. So deployer, next PNG, patchwork, Ggplot, the last one. Okay, we have activated all the packages. Now let us run our code line. So you only have one layer here showing those coordinates here. You have the weight and then the species. That's the first layer. Now, we can now add the next layer, which is our polygon. So our polygon here is a box plot. So we are going to use the function geom in box plot aesthetics, and we are going to fill we'll fill species. So it's going to legend to give colors to the various bars. It's going to give colors to the various bars, and that's why I'm putting the function fill to add colors. So let us run and see what we are going to obtain. You have your box plot here. You can see the species, their medians, the median of the various boxes. You can compare them, but that's not what we are going to do now, to compare or analyze it. So if you have your box plot, you can overlay a photo on it. Then how do you do it? It's very easy. We need to import our photo. Let us give the name of the object. We'll store it in an object called image. So we import it with the function read png, function read png, and we define the directory. So where R is going to pick the picture. So in my hard drive, I'm going to get the directory from my hard drive. Okay, I've got it. So I'll paste it here, directory. Then I have to change this to forward slash or backward slash. To backward slash. Okay. Then I have to give the name of my file. It's a picture of an animal called manatee. Manatee is an aquatic mammal. So its extension PNG. Okay, extension PNG. Then when we export it, we need to check it immediately to see whether you have exported. So let's first run the line code, but you see there's some error here, meaning that something is lacking. That is, we have to put them in quotes. Okay, then quotes. Now everything's okay now. Now run it. Okay. So we got the image. The next thing now is to include that image in our plot. So we could define this plot as, say, plot 1. Let's say we call it plot 1. So we store our plot in this object called plot 1, and we run again the code. Okay. Then now plot 2. Plot 2. We are going to add the image to that plot. That's plot 1. So we write plot 1 plus, and we are going to use a function from Patchwork, and that function is insert image, and we are going to write the image, the name of the image. The name of the object where we have stored the image is image, right? This image. And we need to define the position of that image left. So we need to define the various coordinates so that the image should be placed where we want. So we can define left. Let's just write in the value You can always change its left, then right, right. Let's say right is 0.4, then top, let's say 0. Let's say 7, then down, top, bottom, yeah, bottom, let's say 0.4. Then we need to add this argument aligned. We need to align to our plot. The name of our plot is plot 1. Okay, align is 1L. Okay. Right. Insert image. Could not find the function insert image. Let's check if the package was really loaded. Batch work. Let's check again. What is wrong here? Let's rerun. Insert image. Nothing is missing. Could not find the function insert image. Let's see. Okay. We are going to check if the function really has been loaded. Let's see. Insert image. Oh, the function is insert element, not image. Element. Great. So we're corrected. Try it again. Plot argument right and so on. Match 4. Something is missing. What is really missing there? What is missing? Let's check very well. What is missing there? Can really see what is missing. Let's look at the image if we imported it very well. We need to import this as raster. Yeah. We need to add this argument native equals true. Let's go ahead. Okay. I hope everything will be okay now. As native raster. Let's now go ahead and see. That's wrong. Plot the image. Plot insert element. Match argument. Let us see. See what's missing here. Our image, then our plot supposed to plot 1 plus insert element p image left, right, top, bottom, align to. What is missing there? Okay, let us check. Let's just get some help. So when you have problems, you can check. You can always go and check. There's documentation on each function. So insert element P, left, bottom, right, top, align to. Which panel? We have done it. These ones are just default. P image left has been defined, bottom defined, right defined, top defined. What is missing there? Plot one. What usually happens when you miss just the name of probably it can be an argument, what you're supposed to include here. The problem is at this level, we wrote plot one instead of plot because you are choosing the type of pattern that you are plotting. It was a plot. So we're supposed to write plot, not plot one. It was plot one. That's why we're having the error. So we can now go and check what is inside it. So run this. So it's going to appear here. Great. So you can see the photo has been added, the photo of the manatee. It's been added. Let me enlarge it so that you can see it well. The photo and can change the position of this photo. So how do we change it? You use this here, this left, right, top, bottom. For instance, if you want it to move this way on your right, want it to move on your right, you could go here where you have left, you add the value say to 5, and on your right, you add say to 8. Let us run, and then we'll all see together. So the photo is going to move right. Guys, you can see it. If you want it to move up a bit at the top, so we can add say 9. Then at the bottom, we add say 6 and run, move up. So this is moving up here, and you can see this white background. You can reduce it. Let's say put 7 here and run. You can see how it has reduced, and you can bring it up. It's interesting. So you can insert this, how you can insert photo in your graph. Now we'll see how we can do the reverse. That is, you have the background, which is the photo, and on which you overlay your graph instead. So I'm going to copy all this. We're going to use this code. So let me copy it, move somewhere down. Let's copy everything. Copy. Let's move somewhere down here. Okay, I'll paste and do some changes here. So background image, let us say background image. Background image. So what do we do? Here, we'll first have our the aesthetic with the coordinates. That's the first thing. So if we run it, and you can even see it, let us change it to 2, plot to 2, and run again. So what is in 2? You see that it will just be an empty graph. It will be an empty graph that appears here. And now the next thing is we have to change the background. So we can add, let us say plot 3 is equals to plot 1 plus, we're adding a background image, and the name of our image was image, right? It was image. So that is it. So let's run it. Could not find the function background. Not find the function background. Let's check. Ggplot. Let's go back to it. Background, let's run it again. That's wrong. Let's see. It's going around there. Something missing there. Just type it again. Background ggplot. Surely there was a problem on the spelling. No, let us run it now. See, there's a problem in the spelling. Now let us run what is in here. Okay, you have it here. So we did not spell it correctly here, did not spell the function correctly, and it happens. That's why when you check in the dictionary, you get the right function. So we have overlaid here the image. So we have the image. This one way of doing it. You could define plot 2, and then you define also another object, plot 3. Then within it, or you add the plot 2 plus the new layer that you are adding. You still have the same thing. So let us try it. So let's start, cancel everything. So the first object, then the next object is it, and what is inside plot 3. You have the picture here. That's it. So when we do that, we can then add our graph to it. Let us define another object, plot 4. Plot 4 equals to plot 3. Okay. Plot 3. So with plot 3, you are adding now the geom there, the geom box plot. So let us add it and see. We can then now run plot 4. You can copy it this way. You paste it here, and then you run it. So you have your box plot overlaid on your graph here. And you can even change the transparency. If you want it to be a bit transparent, you simply add an argument that you call alpha, add the argument alpha, and you defined the intensity of transparency. Let us take 0.5 and run 0.5. The box plot will be a little bit more transparent, as you can see, and it looks interesting now. You can change the transparency here. So that's the end of our lesson. In our lesson, if there is no question on what we have done, is everybody clear? Hello?
Yeah, we are okay, sir.
Very beautiful. Wow.
Okay, that's great. That's great.